Okay, I'm here with Larry Lisser and Peter Dietrich of Mobivox, and we're at the Under the Radar conference. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
So you guys started as a direct-to-consumer. You changed your model over the last 6 months, I guess, or so, to more of a B2B model. And you have an interesting idea. You're looking for companies with an audience, and you're going to help them monetize that audience, and people love that because there's a lot of companies with a huge audience but no way to monetize, and this is something beyond advertising. So can you, I don't care who actually starts, but maybe explain exactly what your service can do?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take a shot, Larry, if you don't mind. There's 3 key elements to our platform. One is a voice user interface. And that voice user interface is coupled to a hosted in the cloud address book or contact book that relates to a particular user of the platform. And finally, there's a voice over IP network agnostic infrastructure that's coupled to those 2 elements, which allow anybody, through the use of their voice, to create a communication either from a person to another person or from a person to a group as dictated by the address book. So essentially what we are able to take to our partners is what we originally developed to prove the platform. These 3 elements and the ability of that partner to on-ramp quickly. It's a hosted service, so it's in the cloud. And an ability not only to get the platform up and running quickly, but to be able to deploy it to their users very quickly by getting them simply to put one contact in the book, and essentially they're ready to go.
Can you, Larry, talk about a partner and why this particular partner, I think you mentioned Jaja,
Sure.
Why this partner found it valuable?
Sure, we can talk about that and maybe one other just briefly. Jaja is an IP telephony carrier that provides low-cost international long-distance services around the world. And one of the challenges that they have is generating more what we call mobile-initiated phone calls. So a lot of those calls might be made from a desktop, and they'd like to generate as many calls over their network from people's mobile because that's where people make their calls. So in order to simplify that process, white labeling the Mobivox PL platform into what is called Jaja Concierge will allow users of Jaja now to call from any phone, specifically their mobile, be recognized who they are. Hi, Bambi, thanks for reaching the Jaja Concierge. Who do you want to call today? And then speak the name of an individual that is from that's located in the address book that we're hosting on behalf of Jaja, so that they can complete that call to anyone in the world. Allowing Jaja then to extend their existing revenue model, which is to bill their users for use of their network to make international dials, allowing them to create more of those calls and also to create more stickiness so that those users get used to using Jaja Concierge on a daily basis, and therefore drive up their average usage and average revenue as a customer of Jaja.
Yeah, just on that point, actually, Bambi, the fact of the matter is that platform, when white labeled, is branded Jaja. So it allows the partner, in this case Jaja, to have the platform develop, I'm going to use quotation marks, an intimate relationship with the customers. Right. That's where the stickiness comes from. It recognizes how you interact with it, it adapts to how you interact with it, and ultimately improves the customer experience.
Right. And as we talked about just briefly offline, and Jaja is a very good example, is that by inserting the voice user interface inside of the experience, it creates a touch point, perhaps on a daily, if not more than one time a day, basis between the provider, that is Jaja, and their user. Every time that user now makes a phone call, they're going to interact with that brand. They're going to hear the Jaja brand, and in fact Jaja will have the opportunity to introduce dynamic messages in that dialogue. Thanks for coming back, Bambi, you want to make a call, we haven't heard from you in a while, or hey, we got that reference you did online of your friend, thanks a lot for sending us that referral. They could communicate those type of things over the phone now, whereas today they're quite limited by just email for customer relationship management.
Now, there are other partners that you could look to as well, not just carrier phone providers, but even just social networks, I believe. Is that true?
That is true. I can provide one interesting sample today. A company called Unique, based in Canada, very, very large, one of the very largest online hosted address book services on the market. Plaxo comes to mind for many people when they hear about it. They have over 10 million users spread around the world. They are looking for opportunities to monetize that audience. That is a free service today. And they're going to market initially with the Mobivox PL platform to be able to now allow those users from their mobile to call into the cloud where Unique is hosting their central repository of address books and reach in there with their voice and make a phone call to any of their contacts at any time, and then giving Unique the opportunity to generate revenue for that premium service they provided.
Okay. Well, hey, good luck to you guys. And funding's fine, right? You raised $11 million in the summer. Or no, wait, I know $7. And when do you guys reach break even?
Actually, we raised about $11 million almost a year ago, and the Series A was closer to 4, so the total has been 15. And our bank account is okay. We're always looking to raise money with value-added venture capitalists who can bring additional business development opportunities first to the table. So we're never not in money-raising mode, but we're going to be fine.
Are you making revenue? What's the revenue?
Absolutely, we're making revenue off of our direct-to-consumer business, and since we're in the early stage of partners like Unique and Jaja that Larry's spoken about, and our pipeline's growing, we expect to see the revenue ramp in third, fourth quarter of 2009 and early 2010.
Okay. Well, good luck to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for seeing us.